Oh, greetings, fam. Welcome to Stone to the Bone, and it's your pal Slim Smokey, the ruler of high times. And so now we're about ready to have some bubble gum. Yep, bubble gum. Bubble gum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? I don't know. One pre roll? Okay. So let's get to it, though. Now, the differences between Michigan and Ohio's dispensary is that they operate completely different. But not only that, though, if you're going into Ohio dispensary and you live in Ohio, they're not going to show you the ounces in front of you. They're just going to show the picture on the wall. Now, that doesn't make any sense, though, to even make a sell merchandise, though, because who knows what they're really selling. But the difference is when I buy in Michigan, I know exactly what I'm getting, and I know that I'm not even getting ripped off by some sucker behind the wall. Okay, so let's get down. So let's start with the pre-roll. Now, if you folks are not legalized in your state, I don't care if you do it or not. That's okay with me because I gave you folks the freedom, but it should have passed on to your state. Legalization, it should have passed on to your state, though, not just some states. But they're working on every single metric system, though, on it, though. So anyway, ASAIP. What? Oh, yeah, that means as soon as I puff, pass. Right. Tell Royal Your Highness I have my pothead's degree and my medical marijuana card too. And if you don't have one, I'm going to tell you how to get one, Ohio citizens. If you live in Ohio and you're going through a tough time out there in the state of the Buckeyes and they're not giving you what you want, well, let's get to that. But first, go get your medical marijuana card, or if you need to renew it, go to Ohio Marijuana Card to the company Akron, Ohio, near you, or go to ohiomarijuanacard.com. It is that simple. And if you haven't done it yet, then you're not sure what you're missing out on. I mean, if you really need it, well, then reach out, do something. Those medical marijuana and industry and everything else does cost a lot of money. And may I remind the public, though, that marijuana is not a drug. It's an anti-drug. It's an anti-drug for people like us that have ill conditions, people that are sick for certain reasons, for PTSD, for ADD, ADHD, IBN, OCD, COD, COPD, seizures, panic attacks, stress, depression, glaucoma. Yeah, definitely glaucoma. I had glaucoma before, but I still feel a little bit of the pressure in my eye, and I know exactly what it feels like, though. And ain't no way that some of my other friends that think they're so skeptic to tell me that I ain't got glaucoma. I did have glaucoma, and I probably still do, but you know what? I'm curing it with the medical marijuana, not the street weed that's been screwing me around a little teensy weensy bit help at a time, though. But of course, even though street weed helps out better than pharmacy pills, especially the pharmacy pills that's been poisoning people for some time, though. And then you're wondering why that you're seeing pharmacies shut down, though, because of because of the move, though. All right, well, let's get to the pre-roll. Now, if you're not legalized yet and you have to medicate, then please keep it a DL until you're legal. Because people nowadays are cracking down, though. They're trying to tell you, you can't do this, you can't do this. But you know what? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So now it's time to put your foot down and say, yes, I can. So if you have not got your medical marijuana card and you're struggling, or if you need to just renew it or get somebody one, anything, go to Ohio Marijuana Card or go to ohiomarijuanacard.com online. It's just that simple. Or dial 866 457 5559. That's 866 457 5559. And tell them Slim Smokey sent you. And you know what? I want you folks to create a new hashtag online. And then I want you to start hashtagging Slim Smokey sent me. And if you do all that, then I demand every single dispensaries all around the world to give you folks a 10% off on at least 2 different merchandises that you pick out. It could be a couple ounces. It could be a couple carts. It could be some dabs. But you know what? I can't promise you riches. I can give you a hand. That's about all I can do. So start creating the hashtag and start hashtagging Slim Smokey sent me and get a 10% off on 2 merchandises that you start buying. And anywhere after 2 merchandises, you're on your own paying the regular price. So you know what, folks? Good luck to all of yous, and get medicated, stay medicated, be hold on. So all that said, get medicated, stay medicated, get dedicated, don't hesitate. That bubblegum tastes good. It tastes like yeah, this bubblegum flavor. Yep. It smells like a rubber hand glove that's, well, not a sweaty palm one, but it smells like a rubber hand glove with 5 or 6 different flavors in the bubble gum, which I can't explain. Probably smells like strawberries. Smells like blueberries, or smells like lime, lemon. Who knows? Yep. Smells like us, going back to school in a cardboard building with yeah, it smells like going to school. It smells like walking into a building full of cardboards all around the room, and from years ago. No, I'm just kidding about that last verse. Just kidding. Bubblegum right in a dish. So, you know what? How many pieces do you wish? Ask yourself that. How many pieces do you wish? Yeah, it tastes like chewing on tastes like chewing on the rubber. Not a bad one, but a good one. Tastes like chewing on the rubber. Tastes like it tastes like I'm brushing my teeth with rubber instead of a toothbrush. So you know what? Cannabis lives do matter, not just for some people, but for all people worldwide. And Mike Dwine and Stephen Higgins, you folks seriously need to back off of these people, because you know what? Cannabis people are people too, and cannabis people do deserve a second chance in life, which is to, first of all, medicate, and second of all, stop taking their medicine away. Because you know what? Marijuana is not a drug. You folks need to stop calling marijuana a drug, because it's an insult for cannabis users like us who are trying very hard to live and be all right. You see the difference? Also, cannabis does also help out. It helps out with brain tumor growth, autism, anxiety, PTSD, ADD, ADHD, IBN, OCD, COD, COPD, glaucoma, of course, stress, depression, seizures, panic attacks. Oh, yeah. Chronic pains, headaches, pain, bacteria, bronchitis, emphysema, epilepsy. Yep. These cali blazes are the most awesomeness of all time, though. Thank you very much, Michigan. Everybody give Michigan a big thumbs up. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hit like up on my video. Don't be just watching my video. Like it. Hit like on there. Describe, because that really helps out with my videos, indeed. And if you could spread the word around, though, that cannabis is medicine, not a drug, because it really has helped me out with symptoms. Do you actually see how young I look still? See, I'm still young. I know I look like I'm 20 years old, but how old do you believe I really am? Huh? I beg your pardon, but I know I look way younger than that, but all right, I'll tell you. I'm 45 years old now. That's what good that cannabis can definitely do for you, indeed. And it will help you out with many different suffering and nerve wreck or anything else that you're going through. It doesn't always have to be considered smoking. Cannabis can be treated with edibles. You know, edibles are smoke free. So when you medicate with cannabis, you won't have to worry about growing a day old for now, at least for a long time. Usually when you don't do it, then honestly, you continue to watch cells age quicker than ever. No offense. But facts are facts. So if this sounds very interesting to any of you, and if you definitely going through an ill condition and you really need help, I want you to take my advice, though, and go get a medical marijuana card for the start of it so you can have your freedom in your pocket. So that way, the next time the cops love to pat you down, if they love to pat you down, then you know what? You can't do nothing no more, officer. Want a donut? That wasn't funny. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. My bad. Hey, that's all right. But you keep your donut to yourself. Okay. So I won't flash a donut. You know what? Maybe I will. No, you won't. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's funny. Every time that I come around with the fishing hook, though, and then a donut, and then, I mean, it's pretty funny. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you see, there's nothing wrong with cannabis. Cannabis is a good feeling. It really works. So, I'm feeling very calm, resting, relaxation. Hey, okay. Now my beard's starting to itch, and then, you know, yeah. Booga, booga. Yay! Get up out of here. Mr. Jones, how's it going? Fine. What are you up to? Oh, I'm smoking a joint. Yeah, I see that. Hey, do me a favor. What? Get up on out of here. Well, good to see you again, Mr. Jokes. And I'll see you later. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Oh boy, this joint is really calming me down. Would you believe that? Would you notice that? Uh-huh. Would you look at that? Uh-huh. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Uh-huh. Hey, would you look at that? Oh, too late. Look at that. I'm smoking. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh, come on. Get a look at that. I'm smoking. Ooh, wait, look at that. This stuff is so good. This does taste like bubble gum. There's like 5 or 6 different flavors inside of a bubble gum. Would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that though? This is still going though. Yeah, this is very slow burning. Oh, look at that. You got me coughing for the joint. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, my. Would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Bubble gum in pieces do you wish? So, how many would you give me? Well, one. So, one pre-roll to go. One pre-roll to go, and you are a dirty old rag you. Oh, would you look at that though? Now you got me singing bubblegum. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? I'm getting legally high. Look at that. Would you look at that? Uh-huh. Yeah, look. Oh, look at me. Got me coughing. Look at me. Look at this. Look at that. Look at me. Look at this. Look at that. Look at me. Look at this. Look at that. Look at me. Oh, yes, I'm definitely in a real good mood. Would you look at that? I'm in a real good mood. R&R, rest and relaxation. That's what it does. And for sativa, if you want to know certain bases, I'll tell you. Number one, THC, tributylhydrocannabinol. Tributylhydrocannabinol is related to CB1, where it medicates and it gets you high at the same time. Now, step two, CBD is just cannabinoid alone. Now, CBD is, some of it is related to CB1 and some of it isn't. So the highest grade of CBD related to CB1, it medicates and it gets you high without the THC paranoid from the old stuff you folks might have experienced a long time ago. And you was kind of wondering what you was getting off the streets, though, because no telling what your dealer was hooking you up a long time ago. Or sometimes it could have been family. Sometimes it could have been best friends. Sometimes it could be someone else's best friend. Or sometimes it could be, who knows? It's everywhere. Woo-wee! But the CBD that's related to CB1, that's between 2,000 and 3,000 milligrams, as I had before, though, gets you high without the THC paranoia from the old stuff you used to use a long time ago. But oh yeah, so many surprises that come along with it, though. But you know what? Surprise, surprise. But that's what CBD is. You've been waiting for a long time to calm that nerve down that you have been suffering for a very long time. To calm your nerve down for a very long time. That's what the cannabinoid alone was meant for, though, because not everybody was thinking about getting high like we do with THC, but we like our high, but we like to medicate too, though. But medicate is very important to the people that are not thinking about getting high too, so they use CBD alone. So anywhere less than 2,000 milligram, anywhere less than 3,000, 2,000 milligram, you couldn't possibly get high. You would just get a natural body buzz, which is close to a high, but you still won't get high in that way. You would feel all right inside. You're not high. You're all right. You're okay. You're feeling normal. Yes, normal. So yeah, if it's not related to CB1, which it will medicate you, but it won't get you high. Now, considering though okay, for instance though, a little CBD with THC in it though, it will calm you down a bit, but it will mostly get you high. It will calm you down, but mostly get you high. But if it's mostly CBD with a little touch of THC, you will start to get a little, you will still get a little boost of a high though, but mostly a body buzz, but it's not really getting high, but you feel a little boot me up. It's kind of like a cup of coffee. You need a pick me up though. So a little THC with a lot of CBD at a time would be called a pick me up thing. So it would just pick you up. Still won't get you high like that, but it will give you a little lift up, if you know what I mean. A lift up. Oh yeah, and I also tried Jim Belushi's good stuff, especially that cherry pie strain. Dudes, give Jim Belushi a big thumbs up because he is the man. Now I know I don't. Now I know I don't say much on Messenger or speak too much. I'm not really much of a talker, but only when it's important, then I'll talk. Evidently, though. I'm not really much of a talker, though. I don't get out too often, though. You know, I'm from dark web, honestly, uh, but but I had to crawl out of the rabbit hole to do something, you know. But evidently, when I crawled out of the rabbit hole of the dark web, I decided to become a protester, and then I was protesting for the people. And you folks must have been wondering who is this guy? Well, I'm gonna tell you who this guy is. This guy is your ruler of high times. He's the man that's gonna change the world around. The legalization. I've been bringing you your legalization for some time, people. I'm your protester. That's who. I'm I'm your guy who has been bringing legalization to you folks. The cannabis rights. So when I crawled out of the dark web rabbit hole, I decided to do something big. I made something very useful for myself. So every once in a while when I would travel, I would protest and spread the word around to the people all around, worldwide. But I hid away in the underworld for quite long enough. It's time for me to get out of the rabbit hole and start expressing myself in the real world. So that's what I did. I became a protester and I legalized marijuana. I legalized marijuana for the medicine use because it really helps out with medicine. Yeah, and I know what you're thinking. But you know what? I like smoke. But yeah, and there's plenty of edibles for you folks to enjoy too. So check them out. But yeah, we even got the best smokes if you're interested in smoke. So all around the world. So hey, go to your dispensaries, check them out though. And you know what? And you know what? These are the best pre rolls that I definitely grabbed though. You know, down in Michigan, that's one of the best pre rolls here. Hey, wait a sec. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Did they not pack this one enough though, or am I just talking too much? Yeah, would you look at that? I'm probably talking too much because I'm hitting the joint. Okay, now the next step. Sativa is energetic, motivation, focus, stuff like that, though. It gives you the energy in the world. Probably for jogging though, for hours. If you wanting to go for a jog, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'll probably go for a jog in Ghost Town, Ohio. You know, I could really use a lift. Or I could definitely just go for a jog up in Detroit Ghost Town, Ohio, Detroit Ghost Town, Michigan. Yep, I've been there. There's an abandoned city though out there somewhere. I think between Detroit and River Rouge, where they shot the movie RoboCop in 1985, because that was a very classic movie back then. It was really something. But that was it. That was the area where it took up Michigan, Detroit, and River Rouge. Mm. Oh boy, this bubblegum strain is so good. You know what? You know what? I feel like a kid again. I mean, I'm not talking about at Chuck E. Cheese. Mm. Yeah, it does taste like chewing on a bubble gum. Uh, feels like walking around in the hallway at school. Feels like being a kid again, you know? Feels like being like a kid again and hanging out with my friends. Would you look at that? Oh no, the joint's almost done. Would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? I'm still hitting that. All right. I'll stop. Would you look at that? And with the indica is calming, relaxing, and sleeping, and R&R, which stands for rest and relaxation. And hybrid, on the other hand, is both cases indica and sativa. But watch out. Certain ones can think more than each other. Some of it could be more sativa. Some of it could be more indica. Oh, would you look at that, though? The joint's probably done. Oh, would you look at that? I put out the joint. I feel so bloody good. I hope y'all enjoy my show. So anyway, I gotta roll though. So you know what? Get medicated, stay medicated. Ugh. Ugh. I know I'm creating new words to say though, but you know what? I'm doing it. So get medicated, stay medicated. Okay. Get medicated, stay dedicated, don't hesitate. Oh yeah, that's a big word though. So I hope y'all enjoy my show. You know what? God bless you. Much love for you. I'll smell you later. Oh wait. Is that my bag? I didn't know. Would you look at that? That was my bag that reeked all along. but it reeks real good. Real good. Peace.